it's time to step into the inner sanctum of the Geelong cricket scene with The Inside Edge.
Hello and welcome to this very special edition of The Inside Edge. I'm Wes Cusworth, joined by Mark Brunga.
Great to be here, Wes. A very exciting night and a very exciting show we've got lined up for you. End of the season, of course. The amazing circumstances that have transpired around Australia and the world, for that matter, has led us to this moment. And we've got a fascinating night ahead for our viewers and some award winners, which is always nice.
Yes, indeed. The way we'll start our presentation is by going through the batting and the bowling average for the respective divisions. We start right at the top, GCA 1, first 11, with the batting. Mark.
Thanks, Wes. I'll lead off. And the first 11 batting this year, the average was won by Jordan Moran from Grovedale. Had a great season this year, 644 runs. How's this? At an average of 92.
Quite extraordinary. The bowling average award winner for this summer was Tom Matheson from North Geelong, 33 wickets at an average of 12.58.
And in the second 11 batting, Nathan Pearson from North Geelong was the winner there. 342 runs for Nathan for the season at an average of 57.
Sean Mango McGrath from North Geelong, 33 wickets at 8.45, took out the second 11 bowling average.
Moving on to the third 11 batting, a very famous name here, Wes, for South Bowen, Clinton Peake taking out the award there. 354 runs for the season, had a very handy average of 88.5, I might add, so a great season by the great Clinton Peake.
And in terms of the bowling, we congratulate Matthew Deman from Lara, 25 wickets at 16.72.
Moving on to the fourth 11 batting now, and Jared Brown from North Geelong takes out the gong there. 433 runs for 2019-20 at an average of 54.13. Congratulations, Jared.
And we also acknowledge Andrew Carmody from St Joseph's. He took 28 wickets for the year, the miserly average of 8.454.
Let's move on to Division 2 now, Wes, and the average winners there. The first 11 batting average was taken out by Pat Richards from Geelong City. Congratulations, Pat. 437 runs for him this season at an average of 72.83.
Well, it was another shark to take the bowling, Byron Taylor from Geelong City. He took 29 wickets for the year at 12.1.
The second 11 batting averages this year went to Kazim Pathan from Highton. He had 433 runs for the season at an average of 54.13.
Chris Morrissey Jr. from Marshall was the winner of the bowling. 26 wickets at 15.58.
And the third 11 batting went to Danny Wilson from Geelong City. So Geelong City featuring right throughout our awards so far. 339 runs for the season at 56.5.
And a man that featured on the Inside Edge earlier in the summer, Sam Cust from Geelong City, took the third 11 bowling, 28 wickets at 13.86.
As we move on now to the Division 3 average winners, and the first 11 batting went to Matthew Harrison from Newcomen District. He put together 465 runs for the season at an average of 51.67.
What a great summer for Warren Ponds. Sai Dulapudi, 37 wickets at 12.35.
And the winner of the second 11 batting averages this year is Jason Murray from Meredith with 550 runs at an average, Wes, of 110.
Well done, Jason. Matthew Bogan won the bowling from Meredith, 29 wickets at 9.86.
Well, we saw a very successful women's season this year, Wes, and the women's T20 average winners in the women's T20 North batting. It was won by Brooke Gorman from Manifold Heights, 277 runs for the season at an average of 277.
Pretty extraordinary effort.
Fantastic effort.
Difficult to get out. From a bowling perspective, it was won by an Illawarra bowler, Sophie Stewart, with 12 wickets at 6.83.
The women's T20 South batting average was taken out by Jacqueline Johnson from Ocean Grove, 183 runs at an average of 183.
And no real surprise when you know that a player of the calibre of Annie Rose Maloney is playing in the women's. Representing St Joseph's, she took 9 wickets at the miserly average of 7.78.
Let's move on now to the GCO one-day competition average winners and the GCO one-day North 100. The batting average there, Matthew Dawson from Teesdale, 578 runs for the season at an average of 72.25.
And what a great return for North Shore Seagulls. Justin Larkins took the bowling, 26 wickets at 8.73.
And the GCA One Day South 100 batting was Andrew Dawes from Surf Coast, 301 runs for the season at an average of an even 43.
The One Day South bowling was won by Brett Russell of South Barwon, 27 wickets at 9.37.
Moving on to the GCA One Day North 50 over, and the batting there was taken out by Joe Bell from Manifold Heights, 336 runs for the year at 37.33.
And we also wish to congratulate Matthew Shipsides. Matthew from Teesdale took 25 wickets for the year at 7.76.
Another outstanding season for GCA One Day South 50 in the batting, with Chris Trotton from East Belmont making 438 runs for the season, another average over 100, 109.5 for the year. Well done.
Well, talking about veterans, what about Owen Brew's performance for Grovedale in the One Day South bowling? 28 wickets at just 7.61.
Gee, that's miserly bowling, isn't it?
Well done, Brewy.
GCA One Day Central 50 overs batting. Nathan Lewis from St Peters, the leader there in the averages, 402 runs for the season at 80.4.
And Clinton Street from Geelong West actually won the bowling, 28 wickets at 11.14.
And the GCA One Day Inner 50 batting, Dom Fell from South Barwon, the winner there, 361 runs for the season at 51.57.
And Malcolm Coon from South Barwon won the bowling, 30 wickets at 6.27.
Well done, Malcolm.
Pretty impressive indeed.
Absolutely.
Well, let's look to the club championship points, and we begin with GCA 3. We're going to look at the top five, and in fifth place was Thompson with 43.5. In fourth place, Newcomen District with 49 points. In third place, with 51.5, it was Bannockburn. The runner-up with 59 points for the year, Alexander Thompson. But the winner with 61 points for the year, we congratulate Geelong West Rams.
Well done to the Rams. Division 2 Club Championships in fifth place was Marshall this year on 72 points. Geelong City finished fourth. They finished on 77 points. On 79 points in third place were St Peters. Bell Park finishing second this year on 81 votes. And Highton, congratulations to them on winning the Division 2 Club Championships, 86.5 points.
Looking to the club championship for GCA 1, and I can tell you that in fifth place it was Lara with some 65.33 points. East Belmont finished fourth with 74 points. In third place it was Grovedale with 79.73. The runner-up with 87 points for the year. Congratulations, North Geelong. But the winner with 92.73 points, it was South Barwon. Well, Mark, thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to you reading the votes a little bit later, and shortly I'll be taking us through the Player of the Year points based on runs and also wickets.
Looking forward to the vote counts, Wes. It's been a very even season in all three divisions, and I reckon we're in for a cracker of a night with the votes.
We turn our attention to the champion player for GCA 3. In 10th place, Luke Buckland. In 9th, it was Christopher Hester. Dylan Shelley came in 8th place. Matthew Harrison was 7th. Dan Davies from Bannockburn was in 6th. Jake Mundy from Alexander Thompson in 5th. We had in 4th place Hayden Spiller. Sai Dulapudi was in 3rd place with some 599 points. The runner-up from Lethbridge with 617 points was Shane Dillon, but the winner with 769 points, we congratulate Jack Clapham. Turning our attention to the champion player for GCA 2, and I can tell you that in 10th place it was Highton's James Gillard. In 9th place, Phil Lang from St Peters. Corey Walter from Marshall in 8th place. Pat Richards from Geelong City in 7th. Jake Doubledam from Marshall in 6th place. Ash Russell from Torquay in 5th. Jake Hooson from Motowari in 4th. In 3rd place from Highton, Brandon Ross with 752 points for the year. In 2nd place was Richie K. Oliver with 762 points for the summer. But the winner from Bell Park with 812 points, David Toft. Congratulations, David. And moving along to the champion player for GCA 1. In 10th place from Lara, Danny Hughes. In 9th place from South Barwon, Ryan Gibson. In 8th, it was North Geelong's Alastair McCann. Also from North Geelong in 7th, Tom Matheson. From South Barwon in 6th place, Kyle Bienefeld. Another South Barwon player in 5th place was Joel Davies. In 4th place, St Joseph's captain Luke Gibbs. In 3rd place from Lara, Andy Hughes with 600 points. The runner-up from Merger Bullet Cricket Club with 747 points, Danish Mehta. But the winner with 764 points for the summer, we congratulate from Grovedale, Jordan Moran. Now we turn our attention to the first of the vote counts. It's the Jan Nowicki medal count, and I hand over to my colleague, Mark Brunga.
Thanks, Wes. Let's start with round 1 and Alexander Thompson defeating Corio in the first game. Mitch Grace picks up the 1 vote from Corio. 2 votes go to Luke Buckland from AT, and 3 votes go to Jack Clapham from Alexander Thompson. Warren Ponds Deakin were defeated by St Albans Breakwater. The 1 vote there going to Syed Dulapudi from Warren Ponds. 2 votes going to Adam Hausler from St Albans Breakwater. And the 3 votes going to Ryan Mallon from St Albans Breakwater. Round 1, Lethbridge defeating Bannockburn. 1 vote going to Paul Stewart from Lethbridge. 2 votes to Toby Spiller from Lethbridge. And the 3 votes going to Bannockburn's Daniel Davies. And as you'll see down in the bottom right-hand corner, we have our progressive leaderboard that'll be following the count right throughout the evening. Guild Saints were defeated by Geelong West in our other game in round 1. 1 vote going to Peter Cruden from Geelong West. 2 votes to Kane Sloan from Guild Saints. And the maximum going to Ken Spence from Geelong West. Thompson defeated by Newcomen District. 1 vote going to Joshua Walker from Newcomen District. 2 votes to Andrew Webb from Newcomen District. And the 3 votes going to Jack Featherston from Thompson. We move on to round 2 now. In the first game there, St Albans Breakwater were defeated by Alexander Thompson. 1 vote going to Ben Harcombe from Alexander Thompson. 2 votes to James Mewett from AT. And the 3 votes going to Jack Clapham from Alexander Thompson. So he leads our count at the moment on 6 votes. Corio defeating Lethbridge in round 2. Brodie Coon taking out the 1 vote for Corio. The 2 votes awarded to Mitch Grace for Corio, and the 3 votes going to Dylan Shelley in that game. Warren Ponds Deakin were defeated by Bannockburn. The 1 vote awarded to Sam Risley from Bannockburn. 2 votes to Sam Hickleton from Bannockburn, and the maximum going to Matthew Wescombe from Warren Ponds Cricket Club. Geelong West were defeated by Thompson. 1 vote goes to Tony Spence from Geelong West. The 2 votes to Nicholas Wan from Thompson, and 3 votes going to the evergreen Grant Dew from Thompson. Newcomen District defeated Guild Saints. 1 vote to Heath Crimes from Guild Saints. 2 votes to Andrew Webb from Newcomen District, and the 3 votes awarded to Matthew Harrison from Newcomen District. And as we head into round 3, Jack Clapham leads on 6 votes from Andrew Webb on 4, and a number of other players there on 3 votes. Round 3, Alexander Thompson drawing with Geelong West. 1 vote to Jay Dunstan from Alexander Thompson. 2 votes to Bailey Forsman from Alexander Thompson, and the 3 votes awarded to Jack Clapham from Alexander Thompson. St Albans Breakwater defeated Thompson. 1 vote to Jake Watson-Searle for St Albans Breakwater. 2 votes for Grant Dew from Thompson, and the 3 votes awarded to Benjamin Boatman from St Albans Breakwater. Newcomen District defeating Warren Ponds Deakin. 1 vote goes to Jason Robertson from Newcomen District. 2 votes to Andrew Webb for Newcomen District, and 3 votes going to Matthew Harrison for Newcomen District. Guild Saints defeating Lethbridge. 1 vote to Brent Donaldson from Lethbridge. 2 votes for Praveen Raj for Guild Saints, and the 3 votes going to Timothy Thompson from Guild Saints. The game between Corio and Bannockburn, no votes for that match. That was a draw due to the weather. As we move into round 4 now in the Jan Nowicki Medal. And Warren Ponds Deakin drawing with Alexander Thompson, no votes for that match. Also the same for Corio and St Albans Breakwater, Lethbridge and Newcomen District, Geelong West with Bannockburn, and Thompson with Guild Saints. We move into round 5. Alexander Thompson defeating Thompson. 1 vote to Ben Harkham from AT. 2 votes Ben Roberts from Thompson. And 3 votes going to Jake Mundy from Alexander Thompson. Corio were defeated by Guild Saints. 1 vote going to Trey Lyons from Guild Saints. 2 votes to Sharul Patel for Guild Saints. And 3 votes to Timothy Thompson from Guild Saints. St Albans Breakwater defeating Geelong West. 1 vote going to Justin McPhee from Geelong West. 2 votes for Sam Kelly from Geelong West. And the maximum going to Tom Burke from St Albans Breakwater. Warren Ponds Deakin defeating Lethbridge. Syed Dilapudi from Warren Ponds Deakin picking up the 1 vote. 2 votes to Jonathan Ray from Warren Ponds Deakin. And 3 votes for Shane Dillon from Lethbridge. Newcomen District defeating Bannockburn in round 5. 1 vote going to Luke Kunjica for Bannockburn. 2 votes for Andrew Webb from Newcomen District. And 3 votes awarded to Jason Robertson from Newcomen District. So let's pause and have a look at the full leaderboard now at the end of round 5. And we see that Jack Clapham is out in the lead on 9 votes. Andrew Webb is in second place with 8 votes. In equal third is Matthew Harrison and Timothy Thompson. 5th place is Grant Dew on 5 votes. 4 votes for Jason Robertson from Newcomen District. And on 3 votes, Mitchell Grace, Ryan Mallon, Daniel Davies and Ken Spence. Now as we move on to round 6 in the Jan Nowicki Medal. First up, Newcomen District defeating Alexander Thompson. 1 vote going to Andrew Webb from Newcomen District. 2 votes to Jake Mundy from AT. And the 3 votes going to Matthew Harrison from Newcomen District. Geelong West were defeated by Corio in round 6. 1 vote going to Peter Cruden from Geelong West. 2 votes to Anthony Grace from Corio. And the 3 votes going to Dylan Shelley from the Devils. Lethbridge defeating St Albans Breakwater. 1 vote going to Hayden Spiller from Lethbridge. 2 votes to Shane Dillon from Lethbridge. And 3 votes going to Chris Hester from St Albans Breakwater. Thompson defeating Warren Ponds Deakin. 1 vote to Kane Wells from Thompson. 2 votes to Nicholas Wan from Thompson. And 3 votes were awarded to Jack Featherston from Thompson. Guild Saints were defeated by Bannockburn. 1 vote going to Michael Vuick for Guild Saints. 2 votes to Nathan Broster from Bannockburn. And 3 votes going to Daniel Davies from Bannockburn. Heading into round 7 now, and in round 7 the first game, Alexander Thompson defeated by Lethbridge. 1 vote to Hayden Spiller from Lethbridge. 2 votes to Jay Dunstan from Alexander Thompson. And 3 votes in that game awarded to Shane Dillon from Lethbridge. Corio were defeated by Newcomen District. 1 vote, Caden Henry for Newcomen District. 2 votes for Blake Ritchie from Newcomen District. And the maximum going to Zane Richter for Newcomen District. St Albans Breakwater were defeated by Guild Saints. 1 vote going to Kane Sloan from the Guild Saints. 2 votes to Jake Spalding from St Albans Breakwater. And 3 votes were awarded to Tim Brain from Guild Saints. Warren Ponds Deakin defeated by Geelong West. 1 vote to Sam Kelly from Geelong West. 2 votes to Tony Spence from Geelong West. And the 3 votes awarded on that day to Chris Martin from Geelong West. Bannockburn defeated Thompson. 1 vote to Tanner Hay from Bannockburn. 2 votes Sam Risley from Bannockburn. And the 3 votes given to James Hickleton from Bannockburn. Let's move into round 8 now, and Guild Saints were defeated by Alexander Thompson in the first game. 1 vote to Michael Norris from Guild Saints. 2 votes to Bailey Forsman from Alexander Thompson. And the 3 votes awarded to Jake Mundy from Alexander Thompson. Corio were defeated by Warren Ponds Deakin. 1 vote to Nicholas Wood from Warren Ponds Deakin. 2 votes to Brodie Kuhn from Corio. And the 3 votes given to Troy Oakley from Warren Ponds Deakin. St Albans Breakwater defeating Bannockburn in round 8. 1 vote went to Adam Hausler from St Albans Breakwater. 2 votes for Sam Hickleton from Bannockburn, and the maximum going to Jake Spalding from St Albans Breakwater. Thompson defeating Lethbridge in round 8. 1 vote awarded to Hayden Spiller from Lethbridge. The 2 votes given to Hugh Menzies from Thompson, and the maximum to Nicholas Wan from Thompson. Geelong West defeated Newcombe in District. 1 vote to Tony Spence from Geelong West. 2 votes to Matthew Harrison from Newcombe in District, and the 3 votes goes to Chris Martin from Geelong West. Into round 9, Bannockburn defeated by Alexander Thompson in the first game of that round. 1 vote to James Siddle for Alexander Thompson. 2 votes to Luke Buckland for Alexander Thompson, and 3 votes to Jake Mundy from Alexander Thompson. Thompson defeated by Corio. 1 vote to Corey Bell from Thompson. 2 votes to Anthony Grace from Corio, and 3 votes to Shane Bremner from Corio. Newcombe District were defeated by St Albans Breakwater. 1 vote to Adam Hausler for St Albans Breakwater. 2 votes to Jackson Burke from Newcombe District, and the 3 votes being given to Chris Hester from St Albans Breakwater. Guild Saints defeated Warm Ponds Deakin. 1 vote going to Michael Vuick of Guild Saints. 2 votes to Tim Brain from Guild Saints, and 3 votes to Damien Tresize from Guild Saints. Lethbridge defeating Geelong West. 1 vote to Hayden Spiller from Lethbridge. 2 votes to Paul Stewart from Lethbridge, and 3 votes going to Tony Spence from Geelong West. As we pause at the end of round 9, let's have a look at the full leaderboard again. And we see that Matthew Harrison and Jake Mundy are our equal leaders after round 9 with 11 votes each. A pair of 9s in 3rd place for Jack Clapham and Andrew Webb. 8 votes to Shane Dillon in 5th place. Equal 6th is Tony Spence and Nicholas Wan. And an equal 8th, Daniel Davies, Jack Featherston and Dylan Shelley. As we go to round 10 now, and Corio drew with Alexander Thompson. 1 vote, Michael Cabman for Corio. 2 votes, Jack Clapham for Alexander Thompson. And 3 votes going to James Siddle for Alexander Thompson. St Albans Breakwater defeated Warm Ponds Deakin. 1 vote to Tom Burke for St Albans Breakwater. 2 votes to Chris Hester from St Albans Breakwater, and 3 votes going to Jake Watson Searle from St Albans Breakwater. Bannockburn drew with Lethbridge. 1 vote going to Connor Jervis from Bannockburn. 2 votes for Daniel Davies from Bannockburn, and the maximum going to Hayden Spiller for Lethbridge. Geelong West drew with Guild Saints. 1 vote going to Jake Allen for Geelong West. 2 votes for Chris Dickinson from Guild Saints, and 3 votes for Kane Sloan from Guild Saints. Newcombe District drew with Thompson. 1 vote to Jason Robertson for Newcombe District. 2 votes in that game to Ben Roberts for Thompson, and the 3 votes awarded to Grant Dew, picking up another 3 votes for his season. Round 11, Alexander Thompson drawing with St Albans Breakwater. 1 vote went to Ben Harkham of Alexander Thompson. 2 votes to Jake Watson Searle of St Albans Breakwater, and 3 votes to Jack Clapham as he hits the lead for Alexander Thompson. Lethbridge drew with Corio. 1 vote to Ricky Peace from Lethbridge. 2 votes Mitchell Grace for Corio, and 3 votes going to Hayden Spiller from Lethbridge. Warm Ponds Deakin defeated Bannockburn. 1 vote going to Jonathan Ray for Warm Ponds Deakin. 2 votes Sam Hickleton for Bannockburn, and 3 votes going to Nicholas Wood from Warm Ponds Deakin. Thompson drew with Geelong West. 1 vote to Jai Stevenson from Thompson. 2 votes to Ben Roberts from Thompson, and 3 votes awarded to Peter Cruden for Geelong West. Guild Saints drew with Newcombe District. Kane Sloan getting the 1 vote in that game for Guild Saints. 2 votes to Caden Henry for Newcombe District, and 3 votes to Jason Robertson for Newcombe District. All right, 2 rounds to go. Let's have a look at that full leaderboard now, and it makes very interesting reading. Jack Clapham leads our count of the Jan Nowicki medal after 12 rounds, and he is on 14 votes. In equal second, Matthew Harrison and Jake Mundy on 11. In fourth place, Hayden Spiller on 10, and then in fifth place is Andrew Webb from Newcombe and District. We head into round 12. And 1 vote in Alexander Thompson and Guild Saints, where Alexander Thompson won. It was 1 vote to Tim Brain from Guild Saints. 2 votes to Luke Buckland from Alexander Thompson. And 3 votes to Jack Clapham from Alexander Thompson. Warm Ponds Deakin defeated Corio. 1 vote to Nicholas Wood for Warm Ponds Deakin. 2 votes to Balamarani Abhishek. He is from Warm Ponds Deakin Cricket Club. And 3 votes to Sai Dilapudi from Warm Ponds Deakin. St Albans Breakwater defeated by Bannockburn. 1 vote going to Tom Burke from St Albans Breakwater. 2 votes to Connor Jervis for Bannockburn. And 3 votes going to Daniel Davies from Bannockburn. Lethbridge defeated Thompson. 1 vote going to Matthew Featherston for Thompson. 2 votes to Shane Dillon for Lethbridge. And 3 votes going to Hayden Spiller from Lethbridge. Newcombe District defeated by Geelong West. 1 vote to Zane Richter for Newcombe District. 2 votes to Alex Buckwell for Geelong West. And 3 votes to Jake Allen from Geelong West. As we head into the final round now, and as you can see from our leaderboard there, Jack Clapham on 17 votes, Hayden Spiller on 13, Daniel Davies, Matthew Harrison, Jake Mundy all on 11. Alexander Thompson in the first game defeated by Bannockburn. 1 vote to James Hickleton for Bannockburn. 2 votes to Michael Cox for Alexander Thompson. And 3 votes going to Nathan Broster from Bannockburn. Corio defeated Thompson. 1 vote to Johnny Kelly for Corio. 2 votes for Corey Bell from Thompson. And 3 votes awarded to Mitchell Grace for Corio. St Albans Breakwater defeated by Newcombe District. 1 vote going to Adam Hausler for St Albans Breakwater. 2 votes going to Zane Richter for Newcombe District. And 3 votes to Christopher Byrne for Newcombe District. Warm Ponds Deakin defeated Guild Saints. 1 vote to Michael Norris from Guild Saints. 2 votes to Matthew Westcombe from Warm Ponds Deakin. And 3 votes going to Jaden Salmon from Warm Ponds Deakin. Geelong West defeating Lethbridge. 1 vote going to Justin McPhee from Geelong West. 2 votes for Tony Spence from Geelong West. And 3 votes for Ken Spence from Geelong West. And ladies and gentlemen, we declare the winner of the Jan Nowicki medal, Jack Clapham from the Alexander Thompson Cricket Club, finishing on 17 votes. Congratulations, Jack. Hayden Spiller from Lethbridge finishing second on 13. Daniel Davies, Matthew Harrison and Jake Mundy finishing in third place, tied for third on 11. Let's have a look at the full leaderboard as it stands, or the top of the leaderboard. Coming in 6th place, Shane Dillon from Lethbridge on 10 votes. In equal 7th, Andrew Webb and Tony Spence on 9. And a pair of 8s to round out the top of the leaderboard for Mitchell Grace and Grant Dew, finishing in 9th place. But Jack Clapham, Wes, doing the job for the Jan Nowicki medal in 2019-20. Congratulations to Jack Clapham.
Well, congratulations, Jack. That's a fantastic season to win the Jan Nowicki medal.
Yeah, thanks, Wes. I've had a good year. I think myself and the club have been in a really good position this year. I've had a lot of good guys around me that have helped me get to this stage. So, yeah, with a thanks to them as well, it helps.
344 runs at 38.2, 31 wickets at 14.2. So the genuine all-rounder.
Yeah, it's good to be the all-rounder. Started off the year with the bat pretty well. Wickets been consistent through the year.
I know that you're fairly economical in your approach. Obviously, you utilise your strength really well with the ball.
Yeah, try and bowl dot ball pressure. Look to attack when it's the opportunities there. But yeah, just try and maintain an end and hold it up for someone.
And obviously, so much of an individual's success has a lot to do with the people around them.
Yeah, exactly right. We had Jake Mundy at the top of the order, making runs, Bailey Forsman. I think we had 7 blokes over 190 plus runs for the year, so that makes my job at the middle order and lower order easier. And
obviously, really a very competitive count in GCA 3. You know that there's some other terrific players around you.
Yeah, there's some good players. Anthony Grace from Corio, he's one that's always there and thereabouts. Harrow, obviously, at Newcombe, he set the world on fire with runs. So, yeah, it's always good to have good people around.
And of course, what a fabulous year for the Vikings. Just reflect on that for us for a few moments.
Yeah, it's been a good year. We had a really good season winning the premiership, albeit the way we won it, probably not the way you want to, but you finish on top of the ladder for a reason. So, yeah.
And of course, very aspirational at the Vikings, and no doubt the club continuing to plan for progress through the GCA ranks in time to come.
Yeah, we set out a couple of years ago to try and put a real hard push for Div 2. Club championship last year, 2's winning the grand final, 3's in the grand final last year. And then this year, another hard push with 2's in the finals and the 1's getting the flag.
And of course, winning the Jan Nowicki medal must mean a great deal, knowing that she was such a fabulous contributor to the GCA over a quarter of a century.
Yeah, it's a great honour to win. And yeah, there's been a lot of people that have won it, good cricketers that have won it before.
Congratulations, well done.
Thanks, Wes.
And now it's time for the Barry McMahon medal count. It's over to Mark Brunga to find out who is the best player in GCA 2 for summer 2019-2020.
Thank you, Wes. Let's start our look now at the Barry McMahon medal. I've got a feeling this will be a fairly closely contested vote count tonight, basically because it's been a very, very even season this year with all the teams almost on an equal footing. Let's kick off in round one. St Peters were defeated by Torquay in the first game. 1 vote going to Ash Russell from Torquay. 2 votes going to the evergreen Phil Lang for St Peters, and the 3 votes going to Dale McDonald from Torquay. Highton were defeated by Geelong, Highton defeated Geelong City. 1 vote going to Pat Richards for Geelong City. 2 votes to Brandon Ross from Highton, and 3 votes going to Alistair Ross from Highton. Marshall defeated Mottawarri. 1 vote went to Jake Hooson from Mottawarri. 2 votes, Jake Doubledam for Marshall, and 3 votes went to Corey Walter for Marshall. Manifold Heights were defeated by Bell Park. 1 vote went to Jack McLean for Bell Park. 2 votes for Luke Turner, Bell Park, and 3 votes for David Toft from Bell Park. Geelong City defeated St Peters in round 2. 1 vote going to Luke Inglis for Geelong City. 2 votes to Billy Ford from St Peters, and 3 votes went to R.K. Oliver from Geelong City. Torquay defeated Highton, and 1 vote went to James Gillard from Highton. 2 votes went to Dale McDonald for Torquay, and 3 votes to Ash Russell from Torquay. Mottawarri defeated Manifold Heights in round 2. 1 vote went to Aaron Hovey from Mottawarri. 2 votes to Brendan Weemus from Mottawarri, and 3 votes to Jake Hooson from Mottawarri. Bell Park defeated Marshall in one of their many encounters this season. 1 vote went to Glenn Alexander from Marshall. 2 votes to Jake Doubledam from Marshall, and the 3 votes was given to Luke Turner from Bell Park. St Peters defeated Highton. 1 vote to Phil Lang in round 3. 2 votes to Brandon Ross from Highton, and 3 votes went to Hayden Illingworth from St Peters. The next match in round 3, Geelong City defeated Torquay. 1 vote to Logan Taylor for Geelong City. 2 votes to Will Collins from Geelong City, and 3 votes going to Pat Richards from Geelong City. Bell Park were defeated by Mottawarri. 1 vote went to Daniel Brew from Mottawarri. 2 votes to Brendan Weemus from Mottawarri, and 3 votes to Jake Hooson from Mottawarri. Marshall defeated Manifold Heights. 1 vote going to Mayuka Pereira for Manifold Heights. 2 votes to Corey Walter from Marshall, and the 3 votes given to the wily Brad Greenwood from Marshall. The leaderboard there as we end round 3, as you can see in the corner there, Jake Hooson from Mottawarri leads on 7, from Dale McDonald, Corey Walter and Luke Turner on 5 votes. Round 4, Mottawarri defeated St Peters. 1 vote went to Phil Lang from St Peters. 2 votes to Zach Praviti from Mottawarri, and 3 votes to Jake Hooson from Mottawarri. Torquay were defeated by Marshall, and the 1 vote went to Liam Vaughan for Marshall. 2 votes to Stan Grisotis for Marshall, and the 3 votes going to Corey Walter from Marshall. Manifold Heights were defeated by Geelong City. 1 vote to Trey Laurie from Manifold Heights. 2 votes to Pat Richards for Geelong City, and 3 votes to R.K. Oliver from Geelong City. Highton defeated by Bell Park. 1 vote going to Jared Andrews from Bell Park. 2 votes to Brandon Ross from Highton, and the 3 votes going to David Toft from Bell Park. Moving into round 5, and of course that was one of our rain-affected rounds, so no votes for the match. Bell Park and St Peters, Mottawarri and Torquay, Marshall and Geelong City, Manifold Heights and Highton. As we move into round 6 of the Barry McMahon Medal, Torquay defeated by St Peters. 1 vote going to Sam Burke from St Peters. 2 votes to Tom Dunn from Torquay, and 3 votes going to Phil Lang from St Peters. Geelong City defeated Highton. 1 vote going to Alex Watson from Highton. 2 votes Luke Inglis for Geelong City, and 3 votes R.K. Oliver from Geelong City. Mottawarri were defeated by Marshall. 1 vote went to Jake Doubledam from Marshall. 2 votes to Lockie Cameron for the Bears, and 3 votes goes to Brad Greenwood. Bell Park defeated Manifold Heights, and 1 vote there went to Ash Carter for Bell Park. 2 votes Jack McLean for Bell Park, and 3 votes went to Mitch Trask for Bell Park. Let's have a look at the leaderboard now. In fact, we might have a look at the full leaderboard after 6 rounds now and have a look at what we have in the Barry McMahon Medal. Jake Hewson leads our count from Mottawarri. He's on 10 points in first place. Second place, Richie Oliver on 9. Corey Walter is in third place on 8. And Phil Lang in fourth place on 7. And then we have 4 players tied on 6 votes. Pat Richards, Brandon Ross, David Toft and Brad Greenwood. As we go into round 7, St Peters defeated Marshall. 1 vote to Lockie Cameron for Marshall. 2 votes to Jake Doubledam for Marshall. And 3 votes to Billy Ford from St Peters. Torquay defeated Manifold Heights. 1 vote went to Ash Russell for Torquay. 2 votes Damien O'Brien for Torquay. And 3 votes to Tommy Henderson from Torquay. Geelong City were defeated by Bell Park, and the 1 vote went to Pat Richards for Geelong City. 2 votes to David Toft for Bell Park, and 3 votes to Steve Kelly, the Axe, getting the 3 votes there in that game. Highton defeated Mottawarri. 1 vote went to Alex Watson from Highton. 2 votes for Matthew Lanigan for Highton, and 3 votes going to James Gillard for Highton in that game. We move on to round 8 now in the Barry McMahon Medal. And in this game, first game for the round, Manifold Heights were defeated by St Peters. 1 vote to Ben Nichols for Manifold Heights. 2 votes to Tom Neal for St Peters. And the 3 votes going to Billy Ford, the captain of St Peters. Bell Park defeated Torquay, and 1 vote went to Mitch Trask for Bell Park. 2 votes to Ash Russell for Torquay. And 3 votes going to Jared Andrews for Bell Park. Mottawarri were defeated by Geelong City. 1 vote went to Aaron Hovey for Mottawarri. 2 votes to Pat Richards for Geelong City. And the maximum went to Jacob McKenzie from Geelong City. Marshall tied with Highton in round 8. 1 vote went to Corey Walter for Marshall. 2 votes to Lockie Cameron for Marshall. And 3 votes to James Gillard for Highton. As we get to round 9 now, checking that leaderboard after 8 rounds, Jake Hewson still leads our count on 10 votes from Mottawarri. Pat Richards has moved into second place on 9 votes, along with Corey Walter, and they're tied with Richie Oliver on 9 votes, and 1 back to David Toft from Bell Park on 8. Kicking off round 9 now, St Peters were defeated by Bell Park, and 1 vote went to Tom Neal from St Peters. 2 votes to Shane Lima from Bell Park, and 3 votes go to David Toft as he becomes our new leader now in the Barry McMahon Medal. Torquay were defeated by Mottawarri. 1 vote to Christian Hewitt from Torquay. 2 votes, Aaron Hovey for Mottawarri. And 3 votes to Brendan Weemus for Mottawarri. Geelong City were defeated by Marshall. 1 vote went to Pat Richards for Geelong City. 2 votes to Corey Walter, who goes into the equal lead now with David Toft. He got the 2 votes. And 3 votes went to Stan Grisotis for Marshall. Highton defeated Manifold Heights, and the 1 vote went to Brady Summers from Highton. 2 votes to Shay Deary for Highton, and 3 votes to Brandon Ross from the Highton Heat. After 9 rounds, let's have a look at the full leaderboard, shall we, to see where things stand in the Barry McMahon medal for 2019-20. We have equal leaders on 11 votes and 2 players that have had outstanding seasons. Corey Walter and David Toft tied on 11 votes after 9 rounds. Pat Richards for Geelong City is an outright equal third with Jake Hewson on 10 votes. And then in 5th place is Brandon Ross and Richie Oliver on 9. Billy Ford on 8 is in 7th place. And equal 8th, Ash Russell, Phil Lang and Jake Doubledam. That's how they look after 9 rounds. We move into round 10 now, and St Peters were defeated by Geelong City. The 1 vote going to Richie Oliver for Geelong City. 2 votes to Phil Lang from St Peters. And 3 votes going to Tom Neal from St Peters. Highton defeated Torquay. 1 vote going to Ash Russell from Torquay. 2 votes to Patrick Lowry from Torquay. And 3 votes going to James Gillard from Highton. Manifold Heights were defeated by Mottawarri. 1 vote to Daniel Brew from Mottawarri. 2 votes to Mayuka Pereira for Manifold Heights. And 3 votes go to Jake Hewson, who reclaims the lead now on 13 votes. Marshall were defeated by Bell Park. 1 vote, Jamie Spiller for Bell Park. 2 votes, Ben Spencer for Bell Park. And 3 votes to Luke Turner from Bell Park. Round 11 now. And Highton defeated St Peters in the first game of that round. 1 vote to Billy Ford for St Peters. 2 votes to Brandon Ross for Highton. And 3 votes goes to James Gillard, who now moves to equal leader with Jake Hewson from Highton. Torquay defeated by Geelong City. 1 vote going to Henry Collins from Geelong City. 2 votes to Byron Taylor for Geelong City. And 3 votes going to Richie Oliver, who also moves into a share of the lead now on 13 votes. Mottawarri drew with Bell Park. 1 vote to Jackson O'Hanlon for Mottawarri. 2 votes to David Toft, who also joins the leaders now on 13. So we have a 4-way tie at the top of the leaderboard. And 3 votes going to Jamie Spiller for Bell Park. Manifold Heights were defeated by Marshall. 1 vote going to Jake Doubledam for Marshall. 2 votes to Corey Walter, who also grabs a share of the lead on 13 votes now. And 3 votes to Brad Greenwood for the Bears. What a leaderboard we have as we finish 11 rounds. 3 rounds still to go. And Jake Hewson, Corey Walter, David Toft, Richie Oliver and James Gillard all equal first on 13 votes with those 3 rounds to come. Brandon Ross is in 6th place outright on 11 votes. Pat Richards on 10 in 7th place. And equal 8th, Phil Lang, Billy Ford and Brad Greenwood on 9 votes. 3 rounds to go. Let's head into round 12. And St Peters drew with Mottawarri. 1 vote to Darcy French from Mottawarri. 2 votes, Stephen King from Mottawarri. And 3 votes to Jake Hewson, who takes the lead now on 16 votes. Marshall defeated Torquay. 1 vote, Jake Doubledam for the Bears. 2 votes, Brad Greenwood for Marshall. And 3 votes to Corey Walter, now joining Jake Hewson in the lead on 16 votes. Geelong City defeated Manifold Heights. 1 vote to Matthew Pratt from Manifold Heights. 2 votes to Pat Richards for Geelong City. And 3 votes going to Byron Taylor from Geelong City. Bell Park were defeated by Highton. 1 vote, Mitch Trask for Bell Park. 2 votes, Hayden Murrell for Highton. 3 votes, James Gillard for Highton, and he now joins Corey Walter and Jake Hewson on 16 votes at the top of the leaderboard. Round 13 now. Marshall were defeated by St Peters. 1 vote, Tom Neal from St Peters. 2 votes, Brad Greenwood from Marshall. And 3 votes going to Sam Burke from St Peters. Manifold Heights were defeated by Torquay. 1 vote to Nicholas Pratt from Manifold Heights. 2 votes for Alex Mann from Torquay. 3 votes to Ash Russell from Torquay. Bell Park defeated Geelong City. 1 vote, Nada Blythe from Geelong City. 2 votes, Daniel McLean from Bell Park. 3 votes, Michael Lima from Bell Park. Mottawarri defeated by Highton. 1 vote, Shay Deary for Highton. 2 votes, Zach Willis for Highton. 3 votes, Brandon Ross from Highton. Now moves into an outright 4th place now on 14 votes. As we check the whole leaderboard now as we head into the final round. And Jake Hewson, Corey Walter, James Gillard all tied for top spot on 16 votes. In 4th place, Brandon Ross on 14. Equal 5th is David Toft, Richie Oliver and Brad Greenwood on 13. Pat Richards on 12 in 8th place. 9th place, Ash Russell on 11. And Phil Lang rounds out the top 10 on 9 votes. And that brings us to the final round of the GCA Division 2 season, the Barry McMahon Medal, and a 3-way tie at the top of the leaderboard. Let's see how this one pans out. Good luck to all in with a chance of winning. Torquay were defeated by Bell Park in the first game, and 1 vote went to Jamie Spiller of Bell Park. 2 votes, Tyson Windus for Torquay. 3 votes, David Toft from Bell Park. He now moves into a 4-way tie on 16 votes at the top of the leaderboard now. Geelong City defeated Mottawarri. 1 vote went to Byron Taylor for Geelong City. 2 votes, Adam Marsland for Geelong City. And 3 votes going to Richie Oliver, taking him also to 16 votes. We have a 5-way tie on the top of the leaderboard. As we go to Highton and Marshall, 2 games left to count votes. 1 vote, Lewis Campbell for Highton. 2 votes, Hayden Murrell for Highton. 3 votes, Brandon Ross from Highton. And Brandon Ross now becomes our outright leader on 17 votes with 1 game to go. St Peters defeating Manifold Heights. 1 vote going to Hayden Illingworth for St Peters. 2 votes, Billy Ford for St Peters, and taking out the final votes for the night, Tom Neal from St Peters with the 3 votes. And let's check our leaderboard as we congratulate the winner of the Barry McMahon Medal this season, Brandon Ross from the Highton Heat Cricket Club, finishes on 17 votes. Congratulations to Brandon Ross, an outstanding season, and a 4-way tie for second place. In fact, a 5-way tie for the second place. So let's run through the full leaderboard now for the Barry McMahon Medal. Brandon Ross there on top, as we see, with 17 votes, our winner. And the 5 players in equal second, Jake Hewson, Corey Walter, David Toft, Richie Oliver and James Gillard, all finishing on 16 votes. In 7th place, Brad Greenwood on 13. 8th place went to Pat Richards on 12, and equal 9th, Ash Russell and Billy Ford. But Wes, congratulations to Brandon Ross. He is our Barry McMahon winner for 2019-20. A fantastic season, and what a great count.
Brandon, congratulations. Winning the Barry McMahon Medal must be a great honour.
Oh, it absolutely is. There's been a lot of guys in the past, quality cricketers, that have won it, so it's an absolute honour to win such a prestigious award amongst a lot of really good cricketers in amongst GCA2 cricket.
352 runs at 32 and 30 wickets at 13.8. Obviously a genuine all-rounder in GCA2.
Yeah, this year it made it like I was a genuine all-rounder. I've been trying to get there. I've always been a bit more of a bowler and pinch hit a little bit with the bat, but last couple of seasons definitely worked on my batting a bit more, and it's starting to show a little bit.
Obviously the century against Manifold Heights was a good reflection of that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's my first ever 100 in any sort of cricket, backyard or anything. So it was pretty special, and yeah, it definitely shows for the hard work I've been putting in with the stick.
post-Christmas, 5 games, 18 wickets, so you really hit a purple patch there.
Definitely, I think it was red ball helps. Pretty tough bowling against some quality batsmen with a white ball, doesn't swing too much and gets pretty soft pretty quick, so it was handy having the red ball back.
And obviously 6 for against Motowari in the second last round, 5 for 34 against Marshall. And team bowling often produces great results like that too, so no doubt you've got some good players around you.
Oh, absolutely. We've got Hayden Murrell and Nathan McCoach didn't take a whole lot of wickets this year, but you look through their stats, they bowled a lot of maidens, a lot of dot balls, and good team bowling bowls teams out. So I was just the beneficiary, I think, at the end of getting the wickets.
And in terms of your batting, you had a bit of time at the top of the order, then shuffled around the middle order. It looked like the middle order was your spot.
Yeah, certainly. The one-day cricket, we tried to get out the top and try and get away with a bit of a flyer. I tend to score a bit quicker, even if it's not really too intentional. So we tried to do that, but then when the 2-day stuff came around, through the middle's definitely my go. So we found nestled in there and got a couple of scores and was able to stay there.
And when we look at the closeness of the count and you see some of the great names of players around you, obviously that sort of adds another level of specialness to the award win.
Oh, absolutely. When you look through the quality of players that could have been up there at the start before, and then the guys that are there at the end, you think it's pretty good to be in amongst those sort of guys that you tout as the best players in the competition, so it's definitely special.
And once again, congratulations. And now for our final part of the evening, it's the Jack Singh medal count. For 2019-2020, Mark Brunga is about to disclose the best player in the competition in GCA 1.
Thanks, Wes. Let's have a look at the Jack Singh medal now for 2019-20. Sean O'Neill, last year's winner, who'll be the Jack Singh medalist for 2019-20. Round 1, we start out. Leopold defeated Bellpost Hill. 1 vote went to Tim Marshall for Leopold. 2 votes, Ben Horn for Leopold. And the 3 votes going to Aidan Barrow from Bellpost Hill. Lara defeated Merger Bullock. 1 vote went to Andrew Hughes for Lara. 2 votes to Brad McMaster for Lara, and the 3 votes went to Daniel Hughes from Lara. Grovedale defeated South Barwon. 1 vote to Mitch Ford for Grovedale. 2 votes to Ryan Gibson for South Barwon, and 3 votes to Mick McNeil for Grovedale. East Belmont were defeated by Newtown and Chilwell. 1 vote went to George Chisholm for Newtown and Chilwell. 2 votes to Mark Fraser for East Belmont, and 3 votes to Joseph Nagel from Newtown and Chilwell. St Joseph's were defeated by North Geelong in round 1. 1 vote went to Andrew Hodgson for St Joseph's. 2 votes to Leighton McCann from North Geelong, and 3 votes to Alistair McCann for North Geelong. Round 2, Bellpost Hill defeated by Lara in the first game. 1 vote to Lockie Handley from Bellpost Hill. 2 votes to Andy Hughes from Lara, and 3 votes went to Rob Sotomarco from Lara. North Geelong defeated Leopold. 1 vote to Damien Vasilou for North Geelong. 2 votes, Corey Ogle for Leopold, and 3 votes to Sam Hall from North Geelong. Newtown and Chilwell defeated St Joseph's. 1 vote went to George Chisholm for Newtown and Chilwell. 2 votes, Luke Gibbs for St Joey's, and 3 votes to Dylan Hodge from Newtown and Chilwell. South Barwon were defeated by East Belmont. 1 vote to Jaden Hicks from South Barwon. 2 votes to Matt Lineker for East Belmont, and 3 votes to Lockie Inglis for East Belmont. Merger Bullock tied with Grovedale. 1 vote went to Lockie Hornibrook from Grovedale. 2 votes to Mick McNeil from Grovedale, and 3 votes to Danish Mehta from Merger Bullock. Round 3 now, as Mick McNeil from Grovedale leads the count on 5 votes from Aidan Barrow, Andy Hughes, Danny Hughes and Joseph Nagel. Round 3 of the Jack Singh medal, East Belmont defeated Merger Bullock. 1 vote to Dave Lenine for East Belmont. 2 votes, Matt Lineker for East Belmont, and 3 votes to Danish Mehta for Merger Bullock. He moves into the lead now on 6 votes. So St Joseph's were defeated by South Barwon. 1 vote to Luke Gibbs for St Joey's. 2 votes, Joel Davies for South Barwon, and the 3 votes awarded to Nick Lynch from South Barwon. North Geelong defeated Newtown and Chilwell. 1 vote going to Cooper Bingham for Newtown and Chilwell. 2 votes to Damien Vasilou for North Geelong. And 3 votes to Leighton McCann from North Geelong. Lara defeated Leopold in round 3. 1 vote to Rob Sotomarco from Lara. 2 votes, Andy Hughes from Lara. And the 3 votes going to Danny Hughes. He joins Danish Mehta at the top of the leaderboard on 6 votes. Grovedale defeated Bellpost Hill. 1 vote went to Glenn Tellerico, the Prince of Packington Street, for Bellpost Hill. 2 votes to Chris Young for Grovedale. And 3 votes going to Jordan Moran, who's had an outstanding season for Grovedale. Murgibullock drew with St Joey's. No votes for that match. Round 4, in fact, was a complete washout, so no votes for Bellpost Hill and East Belmont. Lara Grovedale, Leopold or Newtown and Chilwell, South Barwon, North Geelong. Round 5, East Belmont were defeated by Lara. 1 vote went to Tom Elliott for East Belmont. 2 votes, Rob Pihar for Lara. And 3 votes go to Dan Hughes, who moves into outright leader on 9 votes for Lara. St Joseph's were defeated by Bellpost Hill, and 1 vote went to Matthew Reid for Bellpost Hill. 2 votes to Luke Gibbs for St Joseph's, and 3 votes to Lachlan Horan for Bellpost Hill. North Geelong were defeated by Murgibullock in a surprise result. 1 vote to Leighton McCann for North Geelong. 2 votes, Danish Mehta for Murgibullock, and 3 votes going to Andrew Umeed for Murgibullock. Newtown and Chilwell defeated by South Barwon. 1 vote to Brad Hornstein, the Hornet, getting the 1 vote there. 2 votes for Joel Davies from South Barwon, and 3 votes to Kyle Beinefeld from South Barwon. Grovedale were defeated by Leopold. 1 vote, David Ford from Leopold. 2 votes, Jordan Moran from Grovedale, and the 3 votes going to Corey Ogle from Leopold. Let's check the leaderboard now after 5 rounds now. And Danny Hughes is on top of our leaderboard with 9 votes. Danish Mehta from Murgibullock is on 8, followed by Leighton McCann on 6, and Andrew Hughes, Michael McNeil on 5 votes each. Leopold were defeated by South Barwon as we head into round 6. 1 vote going to David Ford for Leopold. 2 votes. Brad Hornstein gets more votes for the Hornet from South Barwon. 3 votes to Kyle Beinefeld for South Barwon. Murgibullock defeated Newtown and Chilwell. 1 vote, Jason Grozdanovsky for Murgibullock. 2 votes, Andrew Umeed for Murgibullock. And 3 votes going to Luke Webb for Murgibullock. Bellpost Hill defeated by North Geelong. 1 vote to Lachlan Handley from Bellpost Hill. 2 votes to Sean Kingwell from North Geelong. And 3 votes awarded to Tom Matheson for North Geelong. Lara defeated St Joseph's in round 6. 1 vote went to Luke Gibbs from St Joseph's. 2 votes to Brad McMaster from Lara. And 3 votes going to Andy Hughes for Lara. Grovedale defeated by East Belmont. 1 vote went to Dave Lenine for East Belmont. 2 votes to Lockie Inglis for East Belmont. And the 3 votes going to Luke Ford from Grovedale. Round 7 now. We're in the Jack Singh medal tonight. Daniel Hughes leads the count on 9 votes from his brother Andy on 8, along with Danish Mehta also on 8, Leighton McCann and Luke Ibbs both on 6 votes. East Belmont defeated Leopold in round 7. 1 vote went to Harrison James from Leopold. 2 votes, Chris Williams for East Belmont. And the 3 votes awarded to Luke Bridges for East Belmont. St Joseph's defeated Grovedale. 1 vote to Jake Alsop from Grovedale. 2 votes, the GOAT, Gareth Yellen for Grovedale. And 3 votes, Luke Ibbs for St Joseph's. He moves into equal leader now with Daniel Hughes on 9 votes. North Geelong defeated Lara in round 7. 1 vote going to Daniel Hughes, who now moves into outright leader on 10. 2 votes to Damon Vasilou for North Geelong. And 3 votes to Lachlan Hayes for North Geelong. Newtown and Chilwell were defeated by Bellpost Hill. 1 vote to Tom Nichols for Newtown and Chilwell. 2 votes, Richie Farrington for Bellpost Hill. And 3 votes, Emilio Gay for Bellpost Hill. South Barwon defeated Merger Bullock. 1 vote to Danish Mehta for Merger Bullock. 2 votes, Cole Beinefeld for South Barwon. And 3 votes going to Jaden Hicks from South Barwon. So that's the end of round 7. Let's take a look at the full leaderboard now after the 7 rounds. And Daniel Hughes sits on top of the Jack Singh medal, of course, a previous winner of this award in years gone by. He leads on 10 votes after 7 rounds. Luke Ibbs and Danish Mehta equal second on 9. In equal fourth, Andy Hughes, Cole Beinefeld from Lara and South Barwon respectively on 8. Leighton McCann is in 6th place on 6 votes, and in 4 players on equal 7 there, Michael McNeil, Damien Vassalou, Corey Ogle, and Lachlan Inglis. As we head into round 8 now of the Jack Singh medal this evening, and East Belmont defeated St Joseph's in the first game of the round. 1 vote going to Lockie Inglis for East Belmont. 2 votes, Andrew Hodgson for St Joseph's, and 3 votes go to Tom Elliott of East Belmont. Leopold were defeated by Merger Bullock. 1 vote, Michael Grozdanovsky for Merger Bullock. 2 votes, Danish Mehta for Merger Bullock. He takes the lead now on 11 votes. And 3 votes go to Jason Grozdanovsky for Merger Bullock. Bellpost Hill were defeated by South Barwon. 1 vote to Joel Davies for South Barwon. 2 votes, Ryan Gibson for South Barwon. And 3 votes going to Cole Beinefeld for South Barwon. He also moves into the equal lead now on 11 votes with Danish Mehta. Lara defeated Newtown and Chilwell. 1 vote going to Dylan Hodge for Newtown and Chilwell. 2 votes, Danny Hughes to regain the lead for Lara. And 3 votes, Brad McMaster for Lara. And a washout round coming up here, round 8. Grovedale drawing with North Geelong. No votes for that match. South Barwon defeated by Lara in round 9. And 1 vote going to Joel Davies for South Barwon. 2 votes, Brad McMaster for Lara. And 3 votes going to Andy Hughes, who moves into equal second place on 11 votes now, behind his brother Danny Hughes on 12. Merger Bullock defeated by Bellpost Hill. 1 vote, Tim Horan for Bellpost Hill. 2 votes, Reece Burke for Bellpost Hill. And the 3 votes going to Emilio Gay for Bellpost Hill. St Joseph's were defeated by Leopold. 1 vote going to Joseph Valalonga for Leopold. 2 votes, Ben Horn for Leopold. And 3 votes to Jack Mullen from St Joseph's. North Geelong defeated East Belmont in round 9. 1 vote going to Dylan McMahon from East Belmont. 2 votes, Mitch Troy for North Geelong. And 3 votes to Braden McGregor for North Geelong. Newtown and Chilwell defeated by Grovedale. 1 vote to Jake Allsop from Grovedale. 2 votes, Gareth Yellen for Grovedale. And 3 votes going to Jordan Moran from Grovedale. So let's pause now at the end of 9 rounds. Have a look at our full leaderboard now. And Danny Hughes from Lara still leads the way on top with 12 votes. 3 players behind him on 11 votes is brother Andrew Hughes, Danish Mehta and Kyle Beinefeld, all equal second. 5th place is Brad McMaster from Lara on 9. He's tied there with Luke Ibbs from St Joey's. In 7th place, Jordan Moran from Grovedale on 8 votes. And then we've got Leighton McCann, Lockie Inglis and Joel Davies tied on 6 votes in equal 8th place. So round 10 of the Jack Singh medal. And the first game, Bellpost Hill drew with Leopold. Reece Plumridge from Leopold picking up the 1 vote. 2 votes, Aidan Barrow for Bellpost Hill. And the 3 votes, Emilio Gay for Bellpost Hill. Merger Bullock drew with Lara. 1 vote, Jason Grozdanovsky for Merger Bullock. 2 votes, Luke Wilson for Lara. And 3 votes going to Sam Purdy for Lara. South Barwon drew with Grovedale. 1 vote, Ryan Gibson for South Barwon. 2 votes, Jake Allsop from Grovedale. And 3 votes going to Jordan Moran for Grovedale. He moves into equal second place now on 11 votes. Newtown and Chilwell drew with East Belmont. 1 vote going to Matt Lineker for East Belmont. 2 votes, Tom Elliott for East Belmont. And 3 votes to Hayden McMahon for East Belmont. North Geelong drew with St Joseph's. 1 vote going to Leighton McCann for North Geelong. 2 votes, Matt Tarbert for St Joseph's. And the 3 votes awarded to Alistair McCann for North Geelong. Moving into round 11 now. 3 rounds to go in the Jack Singh Medal. Lara were defeated by Bellpost Hill in the first game of the round. 1 vote, Danny Hughes for Lara moves to 13 votes. 2 votes clear now on the top of the leaderboard. Anthony Ford picks up the 2 for Bellpost Hill, and the 3 votes going to Reece Burke for Bellpost Hill. Leopold defeated by North Geelong. 1 vote, Alistair McCann for North Geelong. 2 votes, Ben Horn for Leopold, and 3 votes to Tom Matheson from North Geelong. St Joey's defeated Newtown and Chilwell. 1 vote, Andrew Hodgson for St Joseph's. 2 votes, Jordan Lewis for Newtown and Chilwell. And 3 votes going to Austin Humphrey for St Joseph's. Well done to the young fella. East Belmont drew with South Barwon. 1 vote, Jordan Rossi for South Barwon. 2 votes, Chris Williams for East Belmont. And 3 votes, Jaden Hicks for South Barwon. Grovedale defeated Merger Bullock. 1 vote went to Jake Alsop from Grovedale. 2 votes to Lachlan Hornibrook for Grovedale. And 3 votes to Gareth Yelland for Grovedale. Let's have a look at the leaderboard now after 11 rounds. 2 rounds to go in the Jack Singh Medal. Danny Hughes from Lara still leads the count, 13 votes on top from 4 players tied in second place on 11 votes. His brother Andy Hughes, Danish Mehta, Jordan Moran and Kyle Beinefeld remains there on 11 votes. In equal 6th place is Brad McMaster, Luke Gibbs and Emilio Gay on 9, with the brothers Leighton and Alistair McCann in equal 9th place on 7 votes. So 2 rounds to go. And Danny Hughes leads the Jack Singh Medal with those 2 rounds remaining. Round 12, St Joseph's defeated by East Belmont. 1 vote, Andrew Casey for St Joseph's. 2 votes, Andrew Bars for East Belmont. 3 votes, Dylan McMahon for East Belmont. Merger Bullock defeated Leopold. 1 vote, Josh Hutley for Merger Bullock. 2 votes, Adam Bliss for Leopold, and 3 votes going to Luke Webb from Merger Bullock. South Barwon defeated Bellpost Hill. 1 vote was awarded to Ryan Gibson from South Barwon. 2 votes went to Ben Muir from Bellpost Hill, and picking up the maximum, Joel Davies from South Barwon. Newtown and Chilwell defeated Lara. 1 vote, Cooper Bingham from Newtown and Chilwell. 2 votes, Jordan Lewis for Newtown and Chilwell. And 3 votes, Robbie Pihar from Lara, picking up the maximum. North Geelong defeated by Grovedale. 1 vote, Mitch Troy for North Geelong. 2 votes, Alistair McCann for North Geelong. And 3 votes, Gareth Yelland for Grovedale. Bellpost Hill defeated by Merger Bullock as we head into round 13, the final round of the Jack Singh Medal. So before we get there, we better just check that full leaderboard heading into the final round. Danny Hughes sits on top with 13 votes heading into the final round. We still have that log jam for second place with Andy Hughes, Danish Mehta, Jordan Moran and Kyle Beinefeld on 11. Gareth Yelland is in 6th place on 10 votes. And then we have Brad McMaster, Alistair McCann, Luke Ibbs and Joel Davies in equal 7th place on 9 votes. So Danny Hughes leads us in the Jack Singh Medal, a place he's been before, as we head into the final round now. And it's Bellpost Hill defeated by Merger Bullock. 1 vote, Ryan Mills for Bellpost Hill. 2 votes, Jason Grozdanovsky for Merger Bullock. And 3 votes, Brad Brown for Merger Bullock. Leopold defeated St Joseph's. 1 vote, Tom Smith for Leopold. 2 votes, Matt Tarbert for St Joseph's. And the 3 votes awarded to Tim Marshall from Leopold. East Belmont were defeated by North Geelong. 1 vote, Sean O'Neill for East Belmont. His first votes for the season in the last round. 2 votes, Alistair McCann for North Geelong. And 3 votes going to Mitch Troy from North Geelong. Grovedale defeated Newtown and Chilwell. 1 vote, Chris Young for Grovedale. 2 votes, Luke Ford for Grovedale. 3 votes. Jordan Moran for Grovedale. He moves to the outright lead now on 14 votes from Danny Hughes on 13. Andy Hughes, Alistair McCann, Danish Mehta amongst those on 11 votes. Lara defeated by South Barwon. 1 vote. Nick Lynch for South Barwon. 2 votes. Sam Purdy from Lara. 3 votes. Ryan Gibson for South Barwon. And ladies and gentlemen, that means the winner of our Jack Singh medal for 2019-20 is Jordan Moran from the Grovedale Cricket Club on 14 votes, from Danny Hughes on 13. As we switch over to the full leaderboard, and we can see tied on 11 votes there, Andy Hughes, Alistair McCann, Danish Mehta and Kyle Beinefeld, all finishing equal third. In 7th place, the GOAT, Gareth Yelland. He's been a winner before on 10 votes. And then in equal 8th place, we've got Brad McMaster, Luke Ibbs and Joel Davies on 9 votes. Over the page, also on 9 and equal 11th, is Emilio Gay and Ryan Gibson. 7 votes to Leighton McCann, Jaden Hicks and Jason Grosdanovsky. And rounding out in equal 16, Ben Horn, Lockie Inglis, Thomas Elliott, Luke Webb and Tom Matheson. And once again, Wes, another fantastic medal count tonight, and congratulations to our winner of the Jack Singh medal in 2019-20, Jordan Moran, on 14 votes from the Grovedale Cricket Club.
Congratulations, Jordan. You must be really excited with the win.
Yeah, absolutely stoked. It wasn't something that I set out to achieve, but absolutely honoured and thrilled to be recognised for efforts this year.
644 runs at 92. What was at the core of your stability and consistency this year?
Big thing for me was I was back training hard, hitting the balls that I needed to hit. Headspace is right this year, and just a lot of things have fallen in place now in life, and it just allowed me to go and play cricket freely and just enjoy the game again.
3 centuries against Belpost Hill, Leopold, Newtown and Chewell, and 3 50s as well. Of your centuries, was there one in particular that really stood out?
Yeah, probably would have been the last round against Newtown, knowing what was on the line, that we were outside the 4. I think I was about 40 not out at one stage, and we're getting close to the win, and just communicating with Luke on what his plans were, needing to put the foot down, and obviously ended up going above a runner ball. And gave us a chance to bowl at Newtown in that second innings. So that was probably being able just to go through the gears in that innings.
And of course, added stability at the top of the order with Jake Allsop's terrific form across the course of the back half of the season in particular. What role does that play in terms of helping you construct your own innings?
Yeah, Jake was... What he's been able to achieve this year has just been remarkable. To come through the 2s last year, did a little bit of work with him with his wicket keeping and batting last year, but see him step up and take the opportunity is just amazing. He knows his role in the side is that rock that we're all able to bat around. Luke played that role last year, and Jake's come in this year and been able to, I think he would have averaged 45, 50 at the end of the year, and for a young batsman coming through is just remarkable for him.
And you mentioned the wicket-keeping duties. Obviously, that places extra demand on you as a top-order batsman.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how the body would go after having 12 months off wicket-keeping. Something that I've always enjoyed doing because I'm always in the game. And that probably just put the emphasis back on myself to make sure I was fit enough to be able to contribute behind the stumps, as well as with the bat being probably my main role there is to score runs.
And Vic Country selection, and then capped by Australian selection for All-Australian Country for the 3rd time. Now, obviously, it's been a massive season, hasn't it?
It has been a good year. It's, as I said before, it's just lovely enjoying cricket again. That's why we play the game. It's such a great game. And if you're not enjoying it, it gets quite lonely standing out there by yourself. So to have success, that's one thing, but for me, I'm just loving the game. I'm loving the Grovey guys. It's just been a great year.
And just finally, as you look across the leaderboard, we can see that there's some fabulous names, some really talented cricketers, and to be amongst those and to actually cap those players is just enormous.
It is, and it's something that I'll reflect back on and talk to the likes of Gareth Yelland and things like that to get the history of some of the players that have won the Jack Singh. not being from the region and not knowing a lot of the players there, it's about me building that history and knowing the history of where this has come from and where it's going.
Jordan, once again, well done, Jack Singh medalist for 2019-2020.
Thanks, Wes.
Well, Mark, as we come to close the evening, we can reflect on some fabulous vote counts.
Wes, that was an absolutely extremely exciting night of vote counts. That Division 2 vote count was an absolute beauty, with 5 players tying for second place. It was practically anyone's medal going into that final round, and it just shows the evenness of that Division 2 competition in 2019-20.
We look forward to much the same next summer. Well, we want to congratulate all the award winners and the successful clubs across the course of the past summer, albeit that we're finishing in rather bizarre circumstances. We do have some real highlights to continue to enjoy. And Mark, I thank you for your contribution throughout the course of the summer, and I look forward to being able to cover GCA cricket with you once again next year.
Yes, thank you, Wes. Me too. It's been a great season, great excitement with all the games this season. Wish everybody all the best and stay safe in the cricket world with everything that's going on around us at the moment, and we look forward to being back for 2021, Wes.
We do indeed. So on behalf of Mark Brunga, also Meg Holtz, who isn't able to be with us tonight, we trust that you have a fantastic winter and that things improve for you rapidly, and we look forward to seeing you next summer.
Good night.